Hello, welcome to Mountain Bike Action. My name is JJ, and today I've got another first ride impressions video for you. This time the Guerilla Gravity, the Smash! Here in the Joshua Tree area, desert, because let me tell you, we're sick of the rain. All of our trails are muddy, so why not come out to the desert and do some shredding in some sand? So before I talk your ear off, let's go ride this bike and see how it goes. After the first ride impression ride, and it's good. It's really good. It's quite planted. Feels like a pretty long bike for what it is. It feels very much like an enduro bike. It feels planted. It feels stable. It feels like you can just kind of push it into things and really, be comfortable and confident in your choice. The suspension took me a couple of minutes to set it up, to figure it out. I ended up going with a little bit softer settings. That helped it track very well. It climbs well. Again, it feels not slow, not really, it just feels big. It feels like a big bike. A bike that I might compare it to is the Santa Cruz Hightower. Which we tested earlier this year. It's very similar in the way it feels, the way it handles, but this just feels a little bit bigger. The Hightower felt a little bit more like you could kind of flick it around a little bit more, but this thing just feels very stable, which is nice. The climbing on it, longer road-like climbs, it pedals well. I didn't feel the need to flip it into the climb mode here anyway. On a steeper climb I think I would, but as far as technical climbs, steep and technical, it just kind of rolls up. I went up a couple of really kind of gritty sand sections where it was kind of loose over hard, really steep, and it just kind of bulldozed right up. I didn't have to do any crazy movement. It didn't slide out. I didn't feel like I was out of balance. It just kind of rolled up, and that felt really good. That felt really nice, and I definitely wasn't expecting to stick that well to the rock. Other types of technical climbing, technical weaving in and out, again, the bike feels a little bit big. It felt a little bit like I was trying to direct kind of an enduro style bike through, which this isn't too far off of an enduro bike, so it kind of makes sense. But it felt just fine. I was able to navigate, able to kind of push it and put it where I wanted it to be. But coming back to the steep, fast downhills, it was really, really fun. It was stable. I felt like I could just push into that front end and really get the traction and the response that I really wanted. And it just felt really, really good. Flicking it around corners, like I said, again, a little bit big. Like some of the tighter stuff, switchbacks, that kind of stuff, it struggled a little bit. I felt like I had to kind of pick up the back end a little bit and help it around, but as long as the trail's kind of flowing smooth, it feels really good. Jumping too, it felt really good. Didn't feel as lively or active as the Santa Cruz Hightower, but it felt nice. The suspension as a whole felt a little bit stiffer than I would typically look for. So I did, like I said, soften it up a bit, took a bit of air out, opened up both channels on the fork, but I also opened up completely the compression channel in the back, so it felt really good. As far as components go, it's loaded. It's really, really good. We've got the X01 drivetrain, which is always a nice addition. We got Code RSC brakes, which is perfect. The bike yoke dropper post, which I kind of have mixed feelings about, but feels good. And yeah, Fox factory suspension, Descendant carbon cranks. It's well built. Crank Brothers synthesis wheels, which feel really good actually. Yeah, so overall, first ride impressions, it's a great bike. It feels really nice. It looks good. And the coolest thing about the Guerilla Gravity modular system is that if you don't like this bike, if you don't like how much or little travel it has, you can swap out the rear triangle, swap out the shock and fork, and make it a completely different bike. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment down below if you had any additional thoughts. If you have any suggestions, also leave a comment below. But most importantly, subscribe. We're going to be doing these more often. We're stoked to bring them to you, and well, we hope you have a great day. Until then, we'll see you next time.